us today is Brett Johnson, who's a graduate research assistant and is a graduate student working on his master's and your second year, correct?
That's correct.
In entomology and plant pathology department. And Brett, so we're amongst your tomato research here. Tell us a little bit about what we're looking at and what you're doing out here.
Oh, well, thank you for having me, Casey.
Yeah.
So what we're studying here is we're studying the effects of different bactericides on the control of bacterial spot of tomato, and we're comparing some of the more conventional and traditionally used copper bactericides with some of the more recently developed biological control agents that are on the market for growers of tomato.
And we all want to protect our tomatoes every summer. I know that's one of our prized produce. So bacterial spot, what are some of the effects that we see on a tomato plant when we're looking at that?
So these plants are not yet infected because we chose a new field that hasn't been recently infected with bacterial spot. Okay. But what you will see on the plant, it typically starts in the lower part of the canopy and works its way up. And you'll see these small spots that are usually 1 to 2 millimeters in size that will grow over time, and in really favorable weather conditions with lots of moisture can actually coalesce and create larger spots. But they typically have a yellow halo around the spot that develops, and that's what we call chlorosis.
Okay, and so that'll just work its way up through the foliage of the plant?
Eventually it can defoliate the entire plant, and so it's reducing that capacity of the plant to produce leaf tissue and then therefore produce the fruit that we love to have in our garden.
Gotcha. So you're looking at how to control this problem, this disease.
Right.
So what are some of the treatments that you're using?
So this year we're repeating some treatments that we applied last season, which had mostly to do with different formulations of copper. Okay. Some are OMRI listed, and so can be used by organic gardeners or organic farmers. Okay. And we're comparing those with our more conventional copper bactericides like copper hydroxide formulations. And we're also rotating those with some systemic acquired resistance inducers, which are they're used to boost basically the immune system of the plant and help the plant fight off the disease on its own, as well as some biological control agents which consist of either a virus of the bacteria that will attack the bacteria and replicate on the plant, as well as another strain of bacteria, a bacillus, that is antagonistic to the pathogenic bacteria that causes bacterial spot.
So these antagonistic bacteria and bacillus, are they OMRI approved, which means organic growers can use them also?
They are, right? Our biological control agents are OMRI listed and approved, and so this is a way for us to compare what's been used in the past and see, if we can make improvements in the future in terms of having comparable control and maybe having products that a wider amount of growers and consumers, will use.
Because I would assume you would still want to rotate your control methods and that sort of stuff, just so you don't build up resistance.
Absolutely, yeah. That's also a consideration, and it's a growing concern in the use of copper as a primary bactericide, because it's already been widely documented that there is resistance in certain isolates of this pathogen to copper. Okay.
So this is your second year to do this trial? Are you
correct? Yeah.
Gleaning any information from last season that you're using towards this season?
Well, last season we had very heavy disease pressure in the field, and although we were able to see differences among treatments, we felt like none of the treatments really adequately controlled the pathogen last season. So we're hoping this season to see those differences again, and we're comparing some of the treatments that we used last season to treatments that are not rotated, and so we're using a single bactericide every week, and trying to kind of parse out why that control wasn't as good as we had hoped it would
okay.
be.
Excellent. So when will this all be wrapped up with your research?
Should be wrapped up by the end of August, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stop harvesting and then we'll start looking at the data.
Well, Brett, we look forward to seeing those results. Thank you very much for sharing this research.
Well, thank you very much for being here.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.